Yo, we need to talk about sex. Specifically, male sexuality. It's a topic often discussed, often misunderstood, and often shoved into a box labeled fragile masculinity. We hear the same tired tropes: men are always in the mood, size matters most, real men don't talk about their feelings. These myths are about as accurate as a pigeon playing chess. Let's set the record straight. First off, men are not walking, talking hormone factories. Just like women, they experience a range of emotions, desires, and yes, sometimes even a lack of desire. Shocking, right? Secondly, size is not the be-all and end-all of pleasure. Intimacy is about connection, communication, and mutual respect, not just physical attributes. And for the love of all that is holy, let's ditch the idea that expressing emotions is a sign of weakness. We're all human here, folks. We laugh, we cry, we feel. It's time to break free from these outdated and frankly harmful stereotypes. Here's a newsflash. Male sexuality is not a one-size-fits-all situation. It's diverse, complex, and influenced by a whole bunch of factors beyond just biology. Culture, upbringing, personal experiences, and even things like stress and mental health all play a role. Think about it. A guy who grew up in a conservative family might have a different understanding of sex and intimacy than someone raised in a more liberal household. And a man struggling with anxiety might experience changes in his libido. It's not always about scoring or being a stud. Some men prioritize emotional connection over physical intimacy. Others might explore their sexuality in ways that challenge traditional norms. The point is, there's no single right way to experience desire. It's about understanding yourself, your needs, and what brings you joy and fulfillment. Let's be real, society puts a lot of pressure on men when it comes to sex. There's this unspoken expectation to be dominant, experienced, and always in the mood. It's like a never-ending performance, and it can take a toll. Guys get bombarded with images of ideal male bodies and unrealistic portrayals of sex in movies and porn. It creates this sense of inadequacy and pressure to live up to impossible standards. And then there's the stigma around seeking help for sexual health issues. Erectile dysfunction, low libido, performance anxiety. These are all common experiences, yet many men suffer in silence because they're afraid to appear less than. This pressure cooker environment is not doing anyone any favors. It's time to ditch the judgment, create space for vulnerability, and encourage men to talk openly about their experiences without shame. Alright folks, let's talk about the golden rules of any relationship, communication, and consent. This isn't just about avoiding trouble, it's about building healthy, respectful connections. Communication means being honest about your desires, your boundaries, and what feels good or doesn't. It's about checking in with your partner and making sure everyone's on the same page. Consent is about respecting each other's autonomy and choices. It's about understanding that no means no and that silence is not the same as agreement. When we prioritize consent and communication, we create a space where everyone feels safe, respected, and empowered. It's about understanding that intimacy is a two-way street, and it requires active participation from everyone involved. Let's face it, relationships can be complicated, but open and honest communication makes all the difference. So let's ditch the awkward silences and start talking to each other. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but trust me, your relationships will thank you for it.